Hey guys, it's Chala from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life. Welcome back for another video. So today I am starting on my London, England, UK type of themed journal that I've been commissioned to do. And I kind of got some unique ideas rolling around in my head, and I'm not sure how they're going to get out and get, physically how I want them to be. But let's see what we can do. So I have a little bit of inspiration here. The first bit of inspiration I actually have is this biscuit tin. So this is Fortnum and Mason, which was established in 1707. It's biscuit selection for extraordinary tea times. And this is actually cookies from England. Looks like Piccadilly, London, England. So I thought it would be really fun to present the journal inside this tin. So I would have tissue paper in here that I would wrap it in. And then I've got a quill pen. I'm not sure if it's going to fit in here, but we'll also package the quill pen and ink as well for this. So this is kind of the basis. I want to make sure that whatever journal I make, it's got to fit into this tin. So I have this good old stovetop box. And I like the thickness of the spine, kind of like that. I think that would be great. And, the width of the box itself is not too big. I think it's going to be perfect for like a travel journal. And I'm just going to fold up the box, make sure that it fits into the tin itself. And if so, then we're golden, okay? Yes, queen. Okay, we've got it. So this is going to be perfect. I love how this is going to fit into this tin. It's going to be amazing, right? It's perfect. Okay, so this is going to be the base of our journal. So let's put our tin aside. Now, I'm not exactly sure the best way of how I'm going to video this all for you guys. I likely will kind of zone out, maybe put some music in, speed it up a bit to figure out how I'm going to get this done. I'm not sure. But okay, so this is the base for our journal. I rooted around in my stash of stuff, and funny enough, I do have some UK themed goodies here. There's different ephemera. I couldn't tell you where all of this came from because I've had it for so very long and of course haven't done anything with it. So yay, I get to use more stuff, which is super exciting, right? So the great thing about this journal, or who this journal is for, it's actually one of my old teacher friends, and her daughter is going to England to watch some bands, some music bands. I believe she's going to see Oasis and maybe some other ones. So what I thought was really cool in some of these papers actually that I was noticing is, okay, so we've got the, the typical UK stuff here, which is brilliant. But got the double-decker buses. Look at this. Music concert. Roxy Music in Concert. So this is, I believe this is Amy Winehouse, right? So it's already got some like concert themed item on here, right? And there's actually more. I was looking and I thought that was really cool. Pink Floyd, The Wall. We've got Royal Albert Hall. That's kind of cool. David Bowie. How fun is that? So I kind of like that it's got some concert themed things already in it. Now I'm going to see, I don't remember who I got this from. I'm going to double check. Sorry, bear with me. I'm going to double check in my thing here. I just have like a UK themed folder. Who is this from? I don't have any idea. It doesn't say. There's no, nobody's listed on the pages. Sorry, I was trying to see if I could figure out who it was. I'm sure I got these off of Etsy like They're somewhere on there. I'm not sure. So this one I know is, yeah, this one is from Elopa Online. Elopa. So this is, yeah, back 2018. Elopa, yeah. So some different stuff here. This feels like it's from this, I think. Anyways, yes, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's move on from that. So I need to figure out how I'm going to work with those papers. I also have this piece. Now it does have like the Eiffel Tower, New York and stuff. It's not just England theme, but I like that it's travel themed. So I think I kind of want to work with this for the cover. I kind of got a vision in my head for that. And then she wants mostly writing spaces. So we're going to do a little, a few fun pages, a few text spots, but for the most part, she wants it kept fairly simple so that she can add in her own ephemera from the trip, which is great. So we're going to kind of create a few things. So I'm just going to be using a lot of these. They look white, but they're kind of a grayish blue tint to them, and it's kind of got some light modeling. You can't really tell on here, but I think these would be great, and they're a nice thickness as well, so I think those would be great to work in this journal. All right, so let's get started on the actual cover, shall we? So I may need to reinforce this. I'm actually going to pause because I think I have another one of these. This one just has a little bit of a bend in it, so I'm just going to pause you and I'll be right back to see if I have another one of these, but this is the perfect size I want. Okay, lucky enough I did have several more boxes, and this one is perfect. It's nice and sturdy, no bends or anything on it, so this is going to work just fine. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is find where it joins, which is right here, and I'm just going to use what am I going to use? I have use this or this. Okay, so I've got, these are kind of my tools I'm going to use. This is just, like a little palette knife, and then this is a very dinged up silhouette knife. Let's start with this one, just because it's got a bit of a sharper edge to it. And I'll just kind of loosen off that part. Let's try the palette knife. Now that I've got it started, is this going to look better? Yeah. Looks about the same, I guess. Just kind of want to loosen that glue off without, damaging it too much, but I don't know. Maybe just, there we go. Okay. All right. So this is actually going to be the front. It doesn't matter because we're covering it, right? Like, we're never going to see it. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly cut off these. How do I want to do that? These flaps and stuff. I think I'm going to use my trimmer just so I get a nice straight line. Well, I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today for this kind of little journal series. We'll see how much we get done. It is almost dinner time here. It's Sunday, so my husband is cooking dinner. He usually does Sunday dinners, which I just love him for. Appreciate that. I don't like to cook. I'll do it, but it's not my favorite. I like to bake. Okay. So that's beautiful. I like how that is. So I'm trying to cut on the, one side in particular of the fold. So here's your fold, and so there's this side. I want to cut on this side just so I don't have any of that fold left over. So just kind of making sure I'm just on the other side of that line. There we go. Just grab my scissors and clean that up a bit. Again, this is all going to be covered, so not a big deal. Okay. Then go ahead and Do the same thing on the top and bottom here. Excellent. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen my last video, I actually popped on to let you know I am doing a subscriber giveaway as a thank you, a little appreciation for you all for hanging out with me. And so you have a chance to win one of 3 journals. All you have to do is find that video, the subscriber giveaway video or appreciation video, and you're going to make sure that you subscribe. You have to be a subscriber, please. It doesn't cost you anything to click that button. And then just comment on which journal you would like to receive if you win. So yeah, pretty simple. Okay, so we have got those bits taken off. And I don't know if I need any of these. I probably will just slightly recycle most of this, but to be safe, I will keep it just for that. I'm going to let go. For the time being, I'm going to keep it in particular because this is a great piece to keep as a template for your spine, right? To where to put the holes in. So I'm going to actually pop this in my drawer right away just so I don't lose it. And then we have these little pieces. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? Yeah, okay. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and I'm going to use a grocery bag. I kind of like that, this brown look. And I'm going to wrap the front of this in the brown bag. And then what I likely will do is actually maybe do some background stamping on it. We're going to do several layers here, so I'll go ahead and cut this down. I'm going to do that off camera just because of the noise that it makes, and it'll be a lot quicker. So I'm going to pause you guys for a quick second, and I'll come back and I'll have this cut out, and then we can wrap it together, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so hang on one titch. Okie dokie, so I've got just the front of that bag cut down, and then now I'm able to go ahead and wrap this. Might cut it down a bit more. And I'm just looking at the bag itself, because sometimes there's a little bit of a waxy coating on one side more than there is the other. This one isn't too bad. I think this is all just straight paper. I don't think they put any kind of wax coating on it, so that's all right. And then what I want to do is simply, I'm going to put it to this side, and I don't want too much on the edges. So let's try this. Let's cut it down. I wonder. Let me actually measure. Let's try measuring and see how that works. Okay, so this is about 11 and a half. So I want to trim it at 13 inches this way. I think that will be good. It should give us enough to cover it. So let's do 13. Like this. Line it up on our 13 marker. You probably can't see that, but you get the gist. So just lining it up, and we'll trim it down. Now I'm probably going to save this. You can use it for something for sure. And then the height. What is our height? The height of our journal is going to be 7. Where's my other ruler so I can give you the exact measurements instead of saying titches and ticks and all of that. So, where are you? Let's go this way. Line it up there. So we are looking at about 7 5/8. Yeah, I'm going to say 7 5/8. So let's cut it at, is 8 going to give us enough? No, let's cut it at 8 1/4. 8 1/4 high. So this is not going to fit in here. just hold it like this for half a second and do 8 1/4 this. Just tuck it under there. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to see. Okay, 8, that's 8 1/2. What did I say, 8 1/4? 8 1/4. I want to double check that. Yeah, okay. So let's trim that. A little bit there. Kind of lining this up. Not exact science, but here we go. Okay, we'll keep that as well. So this should give us enough to cover our cover. To cover our cover, yes. Ooh, I just about didn't leave myself enough. I think I can make it work. Bollocks, I should have done more than that. That's okay. We will make it work. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is fold it here, like this. And I'm going to fold it from the bottom up. Yeah, I'm just going to have just enough maybe there. That's okay. We're using art glitter glue, so it will hold. Okay, and then I'm going to now take and then fold the edges in against there. Turn it around, do the same thing, and then that'll kind of help me figure out obviously where I need to fold and glue, but also where I need to cut for the corners, to cut the corners off. Let's make sure that's tucked in there. That's good. And then obviously see this little bit here, that's where we can kind of trim off. So I'm going to do it at an angle like that and a bit of an angle like that. We'll see how it works. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to cover most of it, or cover the little bits inside as well with some end papers. One more. Okay. Now, I'm sure you have your glue of choice, whether it be art glitter glue, Barely There, Reptile, Fabri-Tac. I might not use Fabri-Tac for this. Whatever liquid glue, I guess, floats your boat. I don't know if I would 100% trust just a glue stick to glue this down. And I may actually end up sewing around this as well, just in case. And just to give it, a little bit of interest. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with this. So I'm going to use art glitter glue. I like that it doesn't, leave lumpy bumpies. Spreads nicely and it glues quickly. Sometimes too quickly. If you've been working with art glitter glue, you know that, but I really like it. It's one of my favorites. Just going to spread this around. I'm actually going to also use a spatula. Do I have one? Oh my goodness, and I realized I didn't have my microphone on. Hopefully you can hear me now. I don't know what it's going to be like. I might pause it and see. I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have my microphone clipped to me. Hopefully you heard what I said. I'm looking for a spatula to spread the glue, and I can't find it. So we will just use this piece of cardboard. Yeah, it's starting to dry already. Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to also change plans here. I'm going to sew around it anyways, but I'm also going to use glue stick just to help smush that glue around so there's no lumpy bumpies. Yeah, I really hope you guys heard me there. I'm so sorry about that, but I really don't want to have to go back and redo the intro of this video. So it'll be what it'll be, I guess. Okay. Oops. Put that there. Okay. I'm just going to throw everything around because that seems to be the way it wants to work. So tuck that right in. Right in where those folds are. Do I have this the right way? So yeah, that glue stick is allowing me some time to move it into place here. Okay, that should be good. And my little smoother thingy. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then let's go ahead and glue this. This is kind of like wrapping a present a bit. Got to make sure you get the glue right to the edges though. That'll help seal everything down. Just like that. You can use an old credit card or loyalty card, gift card, whatever for this kind of smoothing purpose. It doesn't have to be a scraper. This honestly is just a scraper that came with my cast iron frying pans from Pampered Chef. So, okay, there's that side. Now we're going to do this. Giving it lots of glue to stick. And fold over. And just smooth it down. So yeah, again, this is going to be a fairly simple journal. In terms of like decorating and stuff, we're not going to go gangbusters on decorating it. Just a few pockets and tuck spots for any keepsakes she might want. There we go. One last side. Okay. And just for security's sake, I'm going to tuck this little nozzle under there, give it a little bit more underneath. There we go. Okay, so we have successfully covered our journal, right? And that's okay that it's got a few wrinkles in it. That's not the end of the world at all. So now what we need to do is bring back in our folds. So we know where our spine is. Okay, I feel like I'm like totally off camera. Sorry about that. All right, so that is pretty simple, isn't it? Just like that. Excuse me. Now, what I definitely want to do is put some ink on this, on the edges. So I'll bring this out and ink this bad boy up. Give it a little bit more of a vintage feel to it, a little bit of grunge. Like this. Okay. Super. Definitely want to get the spine in there though as well. Excellent. Yeah, like it. Okay. Good. Let's do the inside as well while we're at it. Yeah, I really like how that paper blends in with the cardboard itself. It's a good match. Okay. Yay, we've got a really good start, you guys. Okay, so I'm thinking this is where I need to decide whether I want an exposed spine, like if I want the sewing of the signature to show through. And I think I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover everything, maybe with some papers. So I was thinking these. I like this. And I kind of like, I kind of like this border as well. But I'm going to end up losing one of the borders, right? Because it doesn't fit all the way to the bottom, right? I'm not going to get that bottom border, or I'm not going to have that top border. That's if I covered the whole thing completely. I think I just want to do a smaller panel. Yeah, let's just do like, maybe do some stamping on here and then just have like a smaller little piece of this. Okay, does that make sense? We also have this side too, which is cool. I have some more of these, I think. I think I have 2 more, so I can get some more of those pieces if I need them. Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of trying to think of what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to pause you again for a second. I'm going to come back and figure out what stamping I want to do on here. So hold on one moment and I'm going to rifle through my stamps. All right, so I pulled out some stamps. This is, looks like it's from Stampin' Up. I didn't get it from Stampin' Up. I probably got it from Goodwill or something back in the day. This is gorgeous script stamp. Also, I have a smaller little bit of script here. And then I have this travel one. Again, couldn't tell you where I got it from because there's no packaging or no information on it, but let's see, made in China, so probably Amazon or Temu or whatever, maybe from there. But I kind of like this. This has got some kind of travel type stamp. Don't know if that would look good on the edge. I don't know. So now I'm just kind of mumbling, just trying to figure out. I think I'm going to use this one because I kind of want to go all over. Oops. And then I'm going to have some of it covered. So let's go ahead and, do I want to use black or do I want to use brown? I honestly think I want to use a brown. So let's grab one of my brown inks. What do I have? Sorry, I know I'm off camera. That is classic brown. Ooh, I want tanned leather. This is just from Umbrella Crafts. Where did I get that? Maybe Scrap and Stamp, maybe, I don't know, some online place. I could tell you way back in the day. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I think that will look good. And I'm just going to ink this up and we're going to hope for the best. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just some subtle stamping in the background, and I'm probably going to end up making a big mess. Just trying to find some scrap paper here. Just throw that down. And let's go ahead. How do I want to do this? I think I want to do it like this. Sure, that looks good. That's fine. Again, I don't want it perfect. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and try and line something like that, maybe. Okay. Ink up again. And right there. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Just kind of keep going. I know you're kind of wondering what I'm doing. It probably doesn't look good, but just trust the process. You will just trust the process. Again, I'm going to put things over top, so sorry, I'm standing up now, so just so I can get some good pressure. Let's try that. Okay. One more time here to ink up. And we'll go with that. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Again, not perfect, but that's okay. We don't want perfect. It is perfectly imperfect. We'll put the ink there. Let's just stamp off the extra ink. Okay. Good. Good enough anyways. Set that aside. All right, so now what we want to do is figure out what size of a little panel we want. And I'm kind of thinking like I want like this piece of this, and then I want some like tickets and stuff. I think so. Let's do 6.5 by 4.25. 6.5 by 4.25. Can we remember that? 6.5 by 4.25. Okay. Let's take this little strip off because we can use that for something else. Like this. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, we definitely could use that on the edge of a page or something. Let's do the same thing here. I always get nervous cutting into pretty papers like this. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it, but got to get over that. Got to use it up. Okay. So, let's measure this way. 6, ooh, we need the less out so we can get our full measurement. So 6 and, what is that? 8/4, so that's, we're 6.5. 6.5 has got to be, I think, here. Let's double check that with my other ruler. that's very different, isn't it? 6. Let's try here. It's just paper. All right. Oh shoot, I cut it the wrong way. I want 6.5 this way and 4 1/4 this way. Okay, that's okay. What do we have here? Is that going to be enough? Yes, that will work. See? There we go. Look, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, I'm just going to remeasure. So let's cut this off. Right, 6.5 by 4 1/4. So yeah, I want 4 1/4 this way and 6.5 this way. So let's measure 6.5, which I think is that. And then 4 1/4 is about there. I might not even trim that down. Let's see how wide that is. Let's take a look at that. What we think. I think that's all right. No, I want to take it down. So 4 1/4. Sorry, I'm wishy-washy, but like this. I know it seems minimal, but I think it's going to make the difference for me. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Okay, so that's good. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to round the corners? I think just a bit. So I'm going to use my small corner rounder. Like that. Okay. Now I need to ink, so sorry about this, but I just think it is necessary for this. Okay, so I need some sort of like tickets or something. Okay, like that. See, I'm kind of thinking about something down here. I mean, we can even use some of this somehow. And I want, let's grab my tickets. And I also have, I think, some other like UK London type tickets that are printed out there as well. Where are you, tickets? Okay, so there's these. And then I think we had some in this as well. I could put a stamp there. That might work. Okay, so there's some tickets there. Not the tickets I'm thinking for the cover. Here we go. This ticket, site of British Museum, that's cool. Ice cream. Ooh, those would be cute. We've got a map. Here's some photos. Some tags, an envelope. These look like pockets. Okay. Not what I was envisioning for this. But actually that stamp might work. Where did that go? Sorry, now I'm waffling back and forth, but I want to get this right. Stamps, where'd you go? Right here. Okay, let's try. So this is going to probably be obviously longer than an hour. I got 20 minutes. So I'm going to cut this out and I'll be right back. I just don't want to waste camera time cutting this out. Hey guys, Chala here from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life. Thank you so much for joining me for another video, and thank you so much to all my new subscribers as well as my existing ones. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. Today I am working away again on this commission project that I have, and it is the travel journal. So yeah, we made the front of the cover on the last video, and got a little poking up here. I want to glue down before I forget to do it. So yeah, now what I need to do is kind of work on the inside of this journal. And yeah, I want to cover the inside, and I have these papers here that I'm going to be using, and I'll talk about those in just a minute. And then what I also want to do is I want to put a pocket in the front cover, and I'm going to do that as a vellum pocket, like a folio pocket. So we're going to kind of see how this goes. I have something in mind. I'm not really sure how the execution portion of it is going to go, but let's give it a go. Okay, so these papers, or this image, is actually an image that I found on Pinterest. And so I just saved the image and I just printed it. And I had to print it twice because if I show you guys, an 8.5 by 11 would be perfect if the image printed without borders. And I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get my printer to print borderless. There is a button that says borderless. I click it. There's still a white border. I don't know. I don't know if it's even possible on this printer, but so my workaround for that is I printed this image twice, and then I cut it down, and then now what I'm going to do, so I inked the top, the side, and the bottom, and I'm not going to ink in the middle because I'm going to join these two pieces together. Now, again, the image is going to have to kind of duplicate just a little bit in the middle, but I think that is fine because that's where our spine is going to live, or that's where our signature is going to be sewn into. So I don't think we're really going to notice it. I think I'm going to be able to get away with that and be able to hide it just a bit. And now that I say that, I might want to just kind of ink the, and maybe I'll just go ahead and ink this. I don't think you're going to see it, but I think maybe at the top and the bottom you might, and it's going to overlap this way, so I don't need to ink this side. I just have inked this, this, and this, and then yeah, I'll ink all of this. That's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and glue this down. So because I want this one to overlap on top, I'm going to glue this one down first, and this one's going to live on the right-hand side. I should, you know, I kind of jumped into this. I should say, I hope you guys are all doing well and that you're enjoying your day. Yeah, it's a Sunday here. Sundays are kind of, if I can speak properly, kind of my art days because, you know, Saturdays are filled with catching up on house cleaning and, you know, kind of really relaxing from the week that I've had at work, which I should tell you guys, not that you would probably care, but I know I was talking to you guys about, I was kind of struggling with, not struggling, but I have a file, or had a file that was going to trial, and that, you know, was kind of taking up the majority of my time. And so that's kind of, some good news is that that file actually settled. So we are not going to trial in December, which is really great because now I can get back. And I spent actually Friday, I worked from 7 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night on Friday, just getting caught up on my tasks that were kind of, you know, lagging behind on other files because, you know, I was preoccupied with that one that was supposed to go to trial. So great news for our client. So excited that's not going to proceed, and that, you know, she's getting her money that she deserves from being in the accident. And you know, recouping her costs that she had to pay out for medical expenses and everything. So yeah, that was really nice. And especially like right before the holidays, right? To have just a little bit of a cash injection before the holidays is always nice, right? So that's good. I'm so very happy. And yeah, now I get some time back in my life, which also is really great. And you know, I did have to put in a good, you know, 12, 13-hour day on Friday, but it is worth it because now I am all caught up and hopefully not being so overwhelmed, you know, just during your day trying to do your tasks and your job that, oh shoot, these did I not cut that properly? I'm a smidge off, but I think that's okay. I think we'll be able to get away with that. Yeah, so just, you know, being able to breathe a little bit, not feeling like you're always under the gun. So hopefully when I, you know, finish my day at work, come home from work, I'll have some energy to come down here in my art space and do some creating. I'm not sure if it's just you know, it's not like I do anything physically taxing at work, but mentally it is a drain. And, you know, I come home and I can barely think. I can barely, you know, having to make a decision on what to make for supper, honestly, is like my biggest nightmare. I'm like, ugh, another decision that I have to make. Your brain is only capable of making so many decisions a day. And I use them all up at work, let me tell you. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see, is that gonna work? Scooch it up just a titch. Yeah, so I'm really hoping I have some of that energy back and then I can come and play more. But I definitely need to get this one done for my dear friend because she did commission it and I'd like to get it to her for Christmas. She said she didn't need it for Christmas, but she said it's okay if I didn't get it done for Christmas, but obviously I want to get it done, right? Okay, so there we go. I like that. I really like that. I like the different, you know, stamps and stuff, and I think that's kind of cool. So there's our front. Love that. And then the inside. All right, so while this dries, let's put our pin back in the glue so that doesn't get all gunky on us. So really what I want to do now is work on a vellum pocket. And I like the vellum because it's light. It's like a lighter look for me. It's not a heavy, you know, I was toying back and forth between maybe a, what do you call this? Cardstock color? Like a, I don't know what you call it. I'm drawing a blank, like a beige or whatever. What's the name of it? It's gonna bug me. Anyways, like a brown and then decorate it from there. But I think it's gonna be too busy. I want something lighter and kind of airier and more simple because the background is already so busy. And then you can see through it, which I think is cool. Okay, so I need to write some stuff down. I'm just kind of recycle some paper that I've already, yeah, that was my last journal. So we don't really need to worry about this stuff, but okay, so for my pocket, I want one. I don't want it bigger than kind of from here to say about here. Okay, so 6. I don't want it bigger than 6 inches. So 6 inches tall. And I don't want it wider than, I don't want it wider than 4.5. Okay, so that will tell me kind of how to do my pocket. Okay, now this has got to, I want to dry this just a little bit more before I start bending it at the creases here. So let's go ahead and set this aside. My computer runs a bit warm. I'll kind of put it by the computer because the heat may dry that a bit. Okay, let's think about this. I want it to be 4.5 wide. so I need to, let's go ahead and score this. And I'm just trying to, because I'm doing this on the fly, guys, and I'm quite honestly tired, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. So 4.5. Okay, so let's score this at, find my score thing, and I've got my microphone cord just kind of bugging me here. Let's do 2.5 here. So this is just, yeah, 2.5. Okay, so really what I'm trying to do is get the folds of it. Okay, so there's 2.5. And we'll fold this over nicely. You don't need to use a scoreboard. You can obviously just eyeball it and crease it yourself without the need of that scoreboard, but I don't know, apparently I feel like I need it. Okay, and then it's gonna be 4.5, and then I want like another, well, I can score that at 4.5. Yes, I can. Because then that'll give us the width of our, what am I doing here? 4.5. Okay. I know my logic might not make sense to you guys, but this is kind of how my brain works when I'm trying to figure stuff out. So fold it there, but let's try and fold it straight, Chala. That's probably a more important thing than folding on that score line. Hopefully that's straight. There. Okay, so I obviously don't need that large of an overlap. So I'm going to use my pencil, and I just want just a little tiny overlap. I'm not sure how big is that. Like a 1/4 of an inch, just a 1/4 of an inch overlap. And we'll trim the excess vellum off. I keep the vellum because it's kind of nice to stamp words on them and use them in your projects, which I haven't done in a really long time. I need to do that. I need to pull out my stamps, and I've got a little basket of small papers up above me, like my cutoffs from coffee dyed papers, and I need to stamp some, you know, words and stuff on them so I can use it. So I'm going to put this up in my little stamping bucket. Ooh, yeah, it's kind of overflowing. Need to do that. Okay, so we've got that part done. So that's great. Now what I want to do is I'm going to, we don't want it more than 6 inches tall. Okay, so let's fold the bottom up. I guess that's about an inch. Yeah, fold it up about an inch. Look at me, not using the scoreboard, just kind of going with it. I'll do that. Okay. Great. And then we need to fold this down. So I want to, I'm using my scoreboard on this one just because it's easier. So there's the 6. So I'm going to go ahead and, actually, you know what, let's use this one. That's a little bit better. And then we'll score at the 6 inch, and that'll give us the height. And then I can fold that. Is that how we want to do that? I want that at the back, so I want this to fold over. And then I'm going to put something here to kind of cover that seam. I want the seam at the back. So we're going to fold it this way. Okay. Hopefully this is making sense. All right, so now what we need to do, I need to open this up. And we need to trim some stuff away. Okay, so this here, grab my scissors. I want to cut at a little bit of an angle, like this. Let's see if I do this right. Do the same thing on the other side, a little bit of an angle. Now, if you already have like a little envelope this size pre-made, I mean, you don't have to do it out of vellum, do it out of scrapbook paper, whatever floats your boat. Trim that piece away. And then, yeah, if you already have an envelope, like a little coin envelope or whatever the size, you can totally use that. So then when I fold this over, this folds up nicely, and I like that. However, when we want to do this side, I need to, thinking is hard, and I'm sure you guys are like yelling at me, this is what you do. I want to cut this piece away. Or do I just make things easy on myself and do it the normal way and then just do a decoration or something here? I mean, I could do that as well, but I kind of like it the other way. Okay, I know I saw someone on YouTube do this, so let's go ahead and I'm okay. I'm thinking, yeah, let's go ahead and glue this, and then I'll cut away maybe. So that's gonna go like that. Okay, I've got that part figured out. And now I want to cut this and this kind of on an angle, kind of a similar angle to this. Okay. I'm going to use, look at me, I'm going to use some reusable tape just to hold this. There. Oh, that makes it easier. Then I'm going to take my scissors and it's going to be cut like this. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to use some smaller scissors. See if that makes it easier. Yeah. Okay, let's cut like this to the point of that fold line. Can you guys even see? I'm like, I keep moving myself over to the left. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to cut this way. Get my okay. Yes. Now let's get that reusable tape off of there. There we go. Save you for another moment. All right. So that means I cut this away. Probably made that way more complicated than it had to be, but better me than you, right? Let me make the mistakes so that you can do it right. Okay. Good, there. And then one of them looked a little wonky, so I might straighten that just a wee bit now that it's cut. Get a little more appealing. There we go. Okay. Ooh, there's some more pieces that we can stamp on. Same with these. Got some buzzing. What's going on here? Oh, this might be my, oh yeah, my mom. Just wondering if she wanted to to come and watch my daughter's dance recital. That's coming up in January. I got to get tickets bought for that. Okay. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, what I could do is this could be my flap. So it's all nice. And then this could be, no, because I've already folded it. Don't mind me figuring stuff out. Why is that not working now? What did I do? What did I do? Yes, like that. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And that's fine. Now I want to put something here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is glue this. I'm just going to flatten this just a wee bit so I can get the glue on there. And I'm going to put the glue on this edge because I know that's my kind of longer edge. Just a little bit. Like this. I want to go straight down on that flap, like that. Okay. And then this flips all the way over. And here's what I want to do. I'm going to take this piece of paper, and just so I don't get any glue on the front part of my envelope there, or pocket, or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to put that down. Just in case some glue squidges out, which is very likely, it's not going to end up on the vellum itself. Which it wasn't long enough, so I'll be careful. Okay, got a little bit of overhang here. That's okay because that's the bottom, so that's fine. That part doesn't have to be perfect. This, on the other hand, needs to be a little bit more precise. Okay. Now that glue should dry clear, so hopefully we really won't see it. Okay. And then let's glue the bottom of our little envelope here. Like so. And I have some excess paper towel here that I'll just use like this. Okay. Oh, all the dinging, all the dinging. Oh, now my neighbors. I'm just gonna pause because my neighbor usually only reaches out to me via text if she absolutely needs something important. So I'm just gonna pause you for 1 second. Hold tight. Sorry about that. Okay, she's so sweet. I really have the sweetest neighbors ever. She just wanted to let me know that the city transit bus passes are on sale for 25% off right now, and they sell out so quickly for youth passes, which I need to get my oldest. So yeah, that was lovely. I need to go and do that. And then it reminded me I needed to also get a permission slip kind of filled out for my middle son, who has an opportunity to go either snowboarding or skiing, which he's never done either. Isn't that terrible? We live right by the mountains, but so yeah, I had to print that off too before I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna round this, just using the small one. Am I going to do it? Let's try the large one. Will that work? Maybe not. Maybe I won't. No, I'm not going to. Well, I can just round it with my scissors if I really want to, but I also think I could just leave it. Okay. So this is great. We've got our little flap. I really should have cut that differently. I cut it on the wrong side of the fold. So there's a little hint for you. But maybe what I'll do is I'll just put a little notch in there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just to give it a little bit easier access. Oh, you guys, I think my computer's kind of glitching and the video doesn't look like it's going to be running smooth for you, which I apologize, but I think I'm going to have to break down and get, I don't know, wipe some stuff out. I don't know what will help. I really hope that was middle. Not overly, but that's okay. We'll just ink it and it'll be fine. Perfectly imperfect. Grunge this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Do some decorating on it. It will be fine. Everything will be a-okay. All right. Didn't really grunge that up, but that's okay because that's going to be in the back, so that's fine. Still get in and out of there. I do want to round those. Who am I kidding? What do I have that's somewhat round? My glue stick will do. Just kind of take the little corners off. That'll work. Again, that's one of the things I absolutely adore about making journals is you don't have to be super precise, because being super precise is not my forte. And I know I struggle when I do things like, come on, get in there and cut. Okay, I know when I struggle sometimes when I'm doing like crocheting, you know, there's definitely a level of precision there that you need in order for your project to work out. Where this is much more forgiving. I love crocheting, but this is kind of my jam, my style. All right, so this is going to go this way. And of course, you can put things in there. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Let's look at decorating this. Not sure what I want to put here, if anything. Yeah, that's really off, but that's okay. I should have lined it up. It's fine. That's probably not even in the middle anyways, so it doesn't matter. Why am I worrying? Yet I'm still, look at me, still worrying. It doesn't matter, Chala. It doesn't matter. But what matters is this closing properly, and it's bugging me. So I am going to try to snip this down. Like this. There. I'm now happier because that folds just a little nicer. See? Every little problem can be fixed. And only you and I know that it was a problem to begin with. The recipient's never going to know unless they watch this video, so what does it matter? Okay. Little inky ink on there. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to just kind of slide over, grab my labels. Come on, little microphone cord, come with me. And labels. Yeah, let's use some labels. And I think I did some labels when I was at my little retreat there. Yes, I have some Tracy labels, which might be fun. Maybe I'll just throw them on the floor when I also have some of the ephemera from some printables that I used. Ooh, maybe I want to use some of these. Maybe I want to use that. Maybe I want to use that. Okay, let's see what we have here first. What size do we have? British Museum, that might be cool. Or we have the London Philatelic exhibition. This ticket entitles British Museum. I think I like this one. I think it'll match the colors quite well, and I like the size of it. So let's go ahead and use that. This I got from, it's called Elopa. on Etsy. So yeah. Okay. We will cut this out quickly. And we'll see what else we can put on the front that might be fun. Let's just quickly, I'm gonna have to do a better job here. But I want to get that cut out. Let's not lose the envelope. That would be disastrous, losing it in my pile of papers to my left. Are you guys getting ready for Christmas? I did a little bit of Christmas shopping yesterday. I had to go out and get a birthday present for my son. He was going to a birthday party, so we did that. And then yeah, I saw a few things that I was able to pick up, which is nice because usually I'm just so busy that, is that still giving me grief? What's giving me grief there? I think it's fine. Yeah, I like that there. Put it up higher. Yeah, so I just picked up a few little things, and then I was kind of, you know, trying to get some ideas of what I could purchase if I go back. Now I kind of feel like I do want to round these corners just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And let's do something like this. Again, who was it? I watched this on a YouTube video of someone doing this kind of style, and I thought I'd try it here. And now I can't remember her name. Sorry, I want to be able to tell you who it was, because I need to give credit where credit is due. Like, that's just the polite thing to do, right? Can I see my history? I don't know. Subscriptions, who was it? I watched it, I'm looking on my phone, but I watched it on my iPad. Oh shoot, I can't remember. If I remember, I'll link it, you guys. I'll link it in the description below, but I do want to give that person credit. She's from the Netherlands. That much I know. If you know who I'm talking about, she's from the Netherlands. And I don't remember her name. I don't watch her all too often, because, you know, it's hard to watch everybody, but I did catch that one. And yeah, she calls people lovies. She's so great. But yeah, she's the one who I saw do this. Okay. There, I like that. And so if this is going to be, let's see, hopefully I like this, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's cool. I might not, she did a eyelet and a hole punch and then wrapped some string around. She was using them for like little gifts for, she was doing a meet and greet, and she did like a little hole punch and then a reinforcer, tied some string and then wrapped it around. But because I'm having mine in the front pocket like this, I obviously am not going to use string, so I think I'm just going to use a little Velcro dot to do that, and then maybe we'll put something here. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so that's great. What else do we have that we can use? Then maybe I could put this one down on it. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to use, okay, I'll quickly cut it out. Oh, that's a nice color too. Switching plans. Switching plans. We're entitled to do that. It's called creative decisions. We're allowed to switch it up. So I think I'm going to use this one. That's probably not straight at all, but let's take a look how we like this. Okay. Let's try cutting it with these are hair cutting scissors. They're thinning shears. And I like oh, that's very sharp. Let's not drag our thumb across the blade, duh. So yeah, what I really want to do is just kind of give it a jaggedy edge. I think that would be fun. Kind of like a postage stamp. This is what I use to cut my postage stamps out. See, it kind of gives that fun little edge. Can you see that there? Sorry, my video is delayed. So yeah, it has a little fun edge on it. So let's use this. Yeah, and then I'll just trim those little excess pieces off. Like that. Yeah, they work really well for like faux postage stamps. Okay. And then, I mean, I have to have 55 different pairs of scissors apparently. Don't have to. But I like them all just for little different bits of reasons. These ones I like for like fussy cutting and fine cutting. There. Ooh, now I got all sorts of little bits of paper around. There we go. Okay. Give some ink. All right. Okay. Need some book page behind it, and I want some yummy, yummy aged book page like this. And this is so very brittle. And you can see I'm like barely pulling on it, and it's just ripping beautifully. And we will rip it like that. I like to use these bits too to stamp on. Kind of like that hors d'oeuvres is showing. Okay, I'll save that to stamp a word on because it's a good color. You can even use this part as well. Toss that up there now. So if we do that, kind of want that hors d'oeuvres to show. Let's put it here and then maybe that there. How's that looking? Yeah, I like that. That's fun. I do want to ink these up a bit, the edges, but because it is so old, I can't ink it the way I usually like to, so I have to bring this little guy in. And we'll just do it this way. There we go. Give it a little bit more color on the edges there. And this is a mat that I got from Waffle Flower. It works really great if you're doing like a whole bunch of like background inking and stuff, like for card making, and for this as well, when you're working with really vintage, fragile papers. Okay. So how and where do we want all of this? I want this somewhat centered, and I want this about here. Okay. I want it exactly there. So I'm going to glue it this way, just so it doesn't move. Uh-oh, there we go. Like that. And then we'll just turn it around this way so I can get a look at it from underneath this part. And glue that down. Great. I'm really excited. I'm really exciting. Did I say exciting? I'm really excited. Next weekend, we're going to put the tree up because it's December 1st. We usually, pardon me, let's try that again. Apparently not. Let's try a drink. Hello? There we go. Okay. We usually wait till December 1st to put our tree up. We definitely wait until after Remembrance Day. That's just kind of something that we like to do. And then we're going to do some Christmas baking. My friend Rosanna's going to come over. I'm not sure if my mom is going to come or not, but if she is, that'll be fun. We'll have her come over, get some baking done, and then kind of start getting into the groove. I don't like to do it too early because I worked in retail for many, many years, like kind of off and on. And yeah, it wears on you. By the time Christmas comes around, you're so over it, you can't enjoy it if you start it too soon. So that's why I like to wait. And in particular, I like to wait after Remembrance Day because I want to make sure that Remembrance Day should be about our veterans and the sacrifices they made for us. So that's just a personal thing. You know, if you do it earlier, that's just fine. Okay. All right. Well, I like that. That makes me very happy. Probably took way too long to do this little envelope, but it's done. And now let's go ahead and crease this, because this should be dry. So we're going to, I like to use my bone folder as I am bending, just so I can help that crease along and make sure those papers are folding nicely. There. Okay. There we go. There we go. Get a nice crease going on there. And then we'll do the same thing in the back. That one was a little bit easier. This one's got a little bit of a bubble, but we can work on that. Just needs a helping hand to crease in the right spot. There we go. Now what I might do is I might clip this just so it gets used to folding. The back isn't so bad. I think I might have to clip it. So like I would take this and I would clip it like this for a while, like maybe, oh, you know, an hour or so, or maybe overnight, just so that it gets used to that fold. Right? I mean, I probably should have done this when it was still wet. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, to tell you the truth, guys. I'm just winging it. Okay. So that's what I would do. But right now I want to put that pocket in. You know, once you get the papers in there and you work it a little bit, it's fine. Oh, see, that's not bad. I don't need to clip it at all. I just needed a little help. So there, look at that. I love it. So fun. Okay, and then we're going to put our little keepsake pocket. We need a Velcro dot. Go ahead and put one of those on. Now, the glue, I think you can see, it's not too bad, right? Like you can kind of see a little bit of discoloration, but it's not bad at all. However, I don't really want to, like, you don't put it all on the back there. I'm gonna do a thin line all the way around, and that should be enough because our glitter glue holds really, really well. So let's do that. Just a nice thin line. You could also use, there is some tape I have. It's almost like an invisible tape, and it's got like red backing on it. I don't know if it's called red line tape maybe, but that also works quite well. Or score tape can work well. It doesn't leave too much of a noticeable adhesion, like you can't like if you burnish it down really well, it kind of blends nicely. So you could use that as well. I don't know about glue stick because I've never tried it. I don't trust glue stick enough, especially for like if it's a pocket, you know, and you're pulling on it all the time. I don't know. I don't really like to do that, but some people probably have good results with it. There we go. I feel like I was kind of holding my breath a little bit there. And we'll put that right about there. Yeah, I quite like that. Now I do have a little bit of wearing right here in the printed image just from folding it. I'll probably just come with my ink sponge there, and we'll just give it a little bit of a bend backwards, and we'll just hit it with some ink to give it a little bit more distressing, and then everything's fine. Do the same thing on this crease. There we go. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Okay, quite pleased indeed I am. Let's get that little Velcro dot on, and then we are done. So that's just kind of a unique way to make a different one of those kind of folding envelopes, almost like a, not quite a policy envelope, because you don't, I mean, you totally could have, I was kind of thinking of doing that, having the string, but I think this is going to be great. And I think I like this, how this has turned out. Now, you can totally just stick these on as is. I want the white one up there, but again, I have trust issues. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And we'll stick that down. Where are my tweezers? This will help a bit. Ah, there we go. And then a little bit of glue here. So I'm putting the white one on the white and then the clear one on the vellum side. And then I'll just stick that down and let it dry. Well, that pretty much takes us, we've got 10 minutes. You can maybe take a look and see, do we want a pocket on the back? Maybe a smaller pocket to tuck something in. And I know I have some pockets from this kit that I have, but let's just see if they'll work. Here's some. The Royal Albert Hall one might be nice. It's nice and small, just a little swinging London. I'm not really sure I really like the swinging London one. It's the right width, but I think I like the Royal Albert one better. Let's use that one. I think we got time to cut this out. If not, I guess we're gonna make time now because I'm in it and I'm gonna finish it. So our next video, which I'll probably video right after this one, is I'm gonna put together. I haven't been drinking. I promise you, that's probably my problem. Maybe I need a beverage to loosen up a bit. I don't know. But I think the next video, or the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on some signatures. I do think I want to incorporate some sewing on them because I remember the lady who is getting this for her daughter, she does not want it overly embellished. So I'm going to add embellishments in the form of sewing. And whatever I add to the journal, it's going to be able to be removable. So like I'll clip them in with paper clips and stuff, and she can take them out so that there is still a little bit of decoration and stuff to it. But again, she can remove it, right? I'm not going to go, you know, as decorated as I usually do in my other journals. It's hard because, you know, you want to add so many things because you're like, oh, this is cool and this looks nice, but I gotta temper it. So whatever I do is going to be, for the most part, removable. Like I'll have some pockets and stuff. Oh, I got a small child here. Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
I am, but okay, bye, love you. So yeah, whatever it is, for the most part, will be removable. Okay. And then one more score line. Yeah, I do these, put this black mark down the lines of the scoreboard just because I really struggle to see the lines sometimes when I'm going, and it's just, you know, you don't want to be cattywampus. So I scored it at the 4 bar and then at the A2. Those are kind of, you know, for this particular board, the 4 bar I believe is right in the middle of this whole thing, and then A2 size is like your standard A2 that, you know, sizing that we use for like cards and stuff. So it's just easier for me to see. That's why those marker lines are on there. And then I know I'm not crooked, because that has happened. All right. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cute. Let's go ahead and ink it up a bit. If you like, that is. I like, so I do. What are some of your favorite Christmas baking treats? So for us, what my all-time favorite is marshmallow roll. Oh, it's so good. You use the colored marshmallows and chocolate and coconut. You can put walnuts and stuff in there as well. But yeah, you take the marshmallows and the chocolate and you mix it all together, and then you kind of form it into like a log, and then you roll it in coconut and then your nuts if you want, and then you freeze it, and then you cut it, and it's, some people call them stained glass windows. Yeah, that's my favorite. Oh, I could just like literally take, like, the log can be like this long. I could probably take that entire log and just like eat it by myself. It's my favorite. It's the one thing I always ask my mom to make. And then, you know, like porcupines, which is like Rice Krispie balls, I think. Strudel is always a good one. Sugar cookies, shortbread cookies. Oh yeah. So yeah, let me know what you guys like, or what is a nice Christmas traditional treat that you guys like. I think I'm going to make some almond bark as well. I think that'll be nice. Oh, Temu is what am I doing here? Let's glue this down first. Temu notifications. I can't buy anything, Temu. Oh, you guys, like, I am so far into this too. I'm almost done my 1 year of not buying things. How exciting is that? Not that I'm going to rush out and buy a ton of things at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. But, you know, there's a few things that I've kind of had my eye on, and obviously I've been able to survive without them, but yeah, there are a few things that I would like to purchase. We'll see. One of my subscribers commented and said about doing a little passport. It'd be fun to do a passport with this, and I thought that was a great idea, and I actually, yeah, that was one of the ones that I was thinking about. And so I want to do a little tiny kind of passport insert, so almost like a mini journal inside of the journal, so that she doesn't have to like take maybe the large journal with her if she's like going out on day trips. Like she could take the whole journal with her and have it in her suitcase, and then take this little mini one if she just wants to jot things down as she's going. So I'll do that. So that's a great idea. I love that. And yeah, it was definitely on my radar, so we'll do that as well in an upcoming video. So there we go, you guys. Yeah, our cover is done, and let's see if this is dry now. Yeah, see, look at that. I even got it on the right side. Can you see the dot? It's right there. Can you see it? That works out. And can you see it up here? Not really, right? Worked out well. So yeah, little pocket for some goodies. I need to take this though and just loosen it up a bit so that things can be placed in there. I maybe should have had put a gusset in there. Maybe that would have been a better idea, but that's okay. It still works. Again, I want to keep this more simple and the profile lower, so there. So yeah, you can still get things in and out of there. Love it. So there we have it, guys. There is the inside of our cover. And then I'll just kind of place this so that I can do a lovely screenshot for my thumbnail, right? Well, I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I know your time is precious, and I do appreciate that you do spend it with me. That does not go unappreciated. Thank you again to new and existing subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, try it out for a while. It doesn't cost anything. And yeah, I'll just see you guys on the next video. And P.S. I love you.